what would be your advice today if someone came to you and said, I'm looking to start a business, an e-commerce business? How would you advise that person?
So I think there's a few things. And to be honest, it's really interesting because my husband himself runs an e-commerce business. So I hear this working from home. Like today I'm in the office because we've just started coming back again, but being at home every day, I know what sort of the ins and outs of him sort of shouting out oh, I made a mistake in this, or this shouldn't have gone this way. So I kind of keep getting learnings from clients or even from family. But I think there's a few things. One is, okay, fair enough. I did say before, it's relatively easier to start a business today than it was X amount of years ago. However, it's also equally as competitive. So I think it is really, really important to not hold, and I think this goes for any business owner, e-commerce or not e-commerce. I think there's been a lot of times when I speak to new business owners and they're like, this is going to be a crazy idea and it's going to gain all the traction in the market and I'm going to do so well, etc. And I think having that confidence is amazing. I totally encourage that. But then at the same time, I think the most important thing is to MVP your idea, your product, whatever it is. And MVP is essentially a minimal viable product, which means try it out, test it out. Don't spend thousands and thousands of dollars. So many business owners I speak to, they say, oh, I've got $100,000 of inventory coming. I was like, that's awesome. How much sales have you done? Nothing. And it's just such a big risk, right? It could go well for them. And I really hope it does. But it also can go completely the other end and then put you at such a tricky situation in life where, again, you've got 100,000 and then the inventory is not selling. With every business, the idea that you have or the product that you have, there's a market for it. There's a market for everything, in my opinion. But the problem is finding the right person who's going to buy your product. It's not about, will my product sell or not? It's about, how can I find the right person who's going to understand why I'm selling this product, who's going to want the product, and he's not even going to sort of either see price or thinks that the price is right. And that's what you call product market fit in a way, right? So it's where kind of you got the fit with your product and the market and the customer. Now, I think my advice over there is to test, to know your numbers, to not bleed money. It's really easy to say, I'm going to boost a post on one of the sort of social media sort of channels, on Facebook or Instagram or anything. And I think it's really about thinking it through rather than just taking hasty decisions. Now, again, entrepreneurs are of all sorts. I've taken decisions in my life where it's been, I'm doing this and I think it's right because I'm going to go with my gut feel. And I think that's great. But take a calculated risk, right? On what you're taking your gut feel a lot more versus not. So I think that would be my biggest advice to businesses.